Okay, well, we got a special treat here in studio today. Look at this cutie pie. Who's this?
This is Element.
Okay, well, we're going to get to more about why Element is here, but today is National Love Your Pet Day, and we're going to talk about how important it is to focus on your pet's wellness, but that can be challenging because there's a nationwide shortage of veterinarians right now. Now, the cause can be attributed to mental health challenges. There's also a high suicide rate amongst vets. That's according to the CDC. Now, vet schools are increasing their class sizes. Many clinics are also expanding their support and resources and making use of AI and other tech to lighten the workload. But fortunately, pet owners can visit a new Black-owned vet clinic at the PetSmart in Troy. They hosted their grand opening today. And among other owners, there's LA Clippers player Russell Westbrook. Now, joining us to talk about the health and wellness of our pets is one of the owners, Dr. Marcy McKeithen. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And thank you so much for bringing Element. What a cutie pie. Okay, so we were talking about a lot of things that you really want pet owners to know.
Yes.
One of them, you're kind of seeing issues with pet insurance. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so a lot of times pet care, unfortunately, is financially restrictive. And there are so many more companies that are coming out with pet insurance. A lot of employers are starting to offer it. A lot of third parties are starting to offer it, and it can really, really help, especially in those emergency times. A lot of insurance companies will reimburse pet fees and up to 90%. So a lot of times that can really kind of dictate what a client will do for their pets, because it's a financial commitment and emergencies happen during the worst time. So pet insurance is your best way to help in those dark times.
It's good to remember, because with the cost of everything rising, you might not want to shell out the money for pet insurance, but it's probably going to save you money in the long run.
For sure, and everybody wishes they had it when they need it. So I would advise, if you get a puppy, get it immediately. But just like with human health care, there are some things that limit to, pre-existing conditions, breed stipulations, things like that. So talk to your vet about what the best policy will be.
Okay, what are the things you're seeing people maybe putting off and ignoring in their pets that could kind of turn into bigger issues that it's best to catch early?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is nutrition and preventive care. So I know a lot of us want to, food is love, and they want to feed their pets, but a lot of times they're overweight, and that can take years off of their life. So nutrition is something that a pet owner can do that has nothing to do with vet care. That's the most important thing that you can do for your pet, is adequate nutrition, but also preventive care, of course. So doing those annual visits. Dogs and cats don't show that they're ill until they're very ill, and oftentimes it's too late. So it's so important to get your annual checkups and biannual when they're older, so that we can stay on top of some of these things that are preventable.
Right. Pet owners think, oh, my dog's tail's wagging, they're happy, nothing's changed, but you wouldn't really know if something was starting to go wrong.
Exactly. It's really hard to read them sometimes.
Okay, and we were talking about how there isn't that many Black veterinarians, and especially Black-owned veterinarian offices.
Right.
Talk about why it's important that there's more of that.
So representation matters for all of our fields. So we need Black veterinary representation, our veterinary technicians, our veterinary assistants. We are known as one of the whitest professions, but it is so important to get everybody in the field, and that's just not from the doctor side, that's our licensed technicians as well. So it's important to have that diversity piece so that everybody can relate to somebody in the hospital.
I feel like so many kids grow up, they say, I want to be a vet when I grow up, and then something happens along the way. Most people don't achieve their dreams like you did.
Yeah.
What would you say to people to kind of, if this is something they're interested in, but?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why they may not see is because they never see a vet that looks like them. So it's important for veterinarians that are minorities, Black veterinarians, women veterinarians, to reach out. So that's what I try to do. That's why I do everything that I do. So if a kid wants to be a veterinarian, they can always come up to PetSmart Veterinary Services in Troy and see one that looks like them. But also, just getting involved with volunteering at the Humane Society and things like that. Just getting involved in the community outreach programs that help pets.
When we talk about pets, we always talk about spaying and neutering pets. And is that something you're seeing that people need to know when to do that? Is there a right time? Yeah,
so Bob Barker always told us, get your pet spayed or neutered, and that used to be the rule. But honestly, we've done a lot of research over the last years, and it is super breed dependent about when you choose to spay or neuter your pet. That decision has to be made responsibly, but it should be made with the guidance of a veterinarian, because all pets, all breeds, all dogs, all cats are not all the same. 'Same. So just make a responsible decision and be a responsible pet owner.
Are there any kind of, I don't know, major faux pas you're seeing when someone brings in their pet to you that you just wish more people understood, like that is not a good move, or maybe something people should be doing, but you've got all the knowledge. What do you want all of us to know about? Our little guys.
Man, there's so many things.
Okay, there's a lot.
So like I said, the first thing is nutrition. A lot of pets are overweight, and that's something that's easily controlled.
I know, we just love to share though.
Yeah, I know, it's hard, but it's, you know, insulin is very expensive.
Right.
Right? So we don't want that. Arthritis medication is very expensive. So looking at it from that aspect, so keeping our pets at a healthy weight, keeping them on their preventive care. So a lot of the worms that dogs get can be transmitted to humans. So that's important too. Not having their pets microchipped. So many heartbroken pet owners, their dogs and cats get out, never to be returned because they don't have a microchip. So many little things that we can do to keep our pets healthy and happy and keep our families protected and keep them around as long as we can.
And if someone's hearing from you and they're like, okay, I want to get on top of it, what's the first step? Should they reach out to you? How can they get help?
Absolutely. So I have plenty of availability at PetSmart Veterinary Services in Troy. So there are lots of veterinarians that are willing to help, but because of the shortage, sometimes it's hard to get in. So it is super important to get your pet checked out today before they ill, because if you call and you want an appointment and it's a 2-week wait, you know, so it's super important while your pet is healthy, or so you think, to get that pet checked out so that you have a relationship with the veterinarian. So if something were to happen, you already have that established relationship.
Really great advice. Thank you so much for spending time with us and bringing Element, who's looking cozy down there.
She is tired.
Again, that's Dr. Marcy McKeithen. Again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.